And welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. I'm with Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. We've been talking about the election coming up.
Yes.
And one of the things, the pension obligation bonds, a lot of people are together with you on that. You got a lot of support once that got through the legislative hurdle, which wasn't the easiest, but you did get through that.
Look, and I'm very pleased of people who have been supportive. We've been plagued with pension challenges for 17 years. The unfunded liability is about $8.2 billion. It has been costing the city $1 million a day. But the solution that we have put forth, approved by City Council, approved with the support of many of the employee groups, the approval of the legislature, will reduce that unfunded liability by $3 billion without raising your taxes or the city infusing any cash into a large amount of cash into the system. It cuts off that $1 million a day. It provides us with financial stability, and all three credit rating agencies, Moody, S&P and Fitch, have given us a thumbs up. The only thing remaining is the vote for the pension obligation bonds will be the final piece in this pension solution.
You got support from Harris County Republican Party as well, and other people who normally are considered pretty conservative. They say they're with you on that. You have improvement bonds as well that's on the ballot as well. B, C, D, and E, public safety, Parks and Rec, public safety, health and wellness, library improvement. And you say all of those things are necessary.
All of them are necessary, and let me just say to you, this is one of the few times when you're voting on these bonds, it will not increase your taxes.
Okay.
It's one of the few times, and no one challenges that. Will not increase your taxes. But public safety, for those public safety bonds, those are for the police and fire stations. That's for their equipment. Cambrell, I have police officers and firefighters that are driving around in equipment that is 10, 12, 15 years of that's old. You can't do public safety at its optimum level unless we give them the equipment that they rightfully deserve in order to keep you and I safe. So public safety is important, and I hope people will vote yes.
And no one would deny that they need to have their best equipment, but there are those people. The Harris County Republican Party supports the pension obligation. They say that they're steadfastly against the other bonds that are on there, saying, among other things, that it is fiscally irresponsible and a gross misplacement of priorities to spend huge sums on luxuries during this difficult time. This is their words. Wait, let me finish. And that the city's neglect of services has been caused by overspending and misplaced priorities, not lack of revenue.
Well, let me put it this way. When I came into office, we faced our greatest financial challenge in the city's history, $160 million shortfall in 2016. We balanced the city's budget without raising your taxes and without laying off a large number of people, and we were able to, as best as possible, maintain those services. That was in 2016. Financial constraint, being fiscally responsible. In 2017, this year, we faced a budgetary shortfall of $130 million. We balanced the city's budget, again, without raising your taxes, operating within those financial constraints, and we minimize laying off employees, maintaining your services. When hurricanes come, who are the first people out front and in line? Those are your first responders. Those are your police officers and your firefighters. They need the equipment in order to meet your needs. If you don't give them the equipment, then what happens? My #1 priority is to maintain the safety and security of the people in this city. Those are firefighters. Those are police officers. Those are the people who are out there on the front line.
Are you concerned about getting people out now, after a hurricane right now, with so many other things on their minds, to get them focused on being able to go to the polls?
Oh, absolutely. People are concerned about their homes. They're trying to stay in homes that need to be remediated, rebuilt. They're concerned about what do they do next month. Many of them are living in hotels. We got about 11,000 people that are in hotels. They're concerned about what happens when FEMA say it's time to go.
But you still say they got to focus on this because it's important.
Because the city never closes. The lights have to stay on. The buses have to run. Public safety is still critically important. When people want a police officer, they want the police officer to show up. And they don't want the mayor to say, oh, I'm sorry, the equipment is bad. They expect to see that police officer. They expect to see that firefighter. They want their trash picked up. The city's day-to-day operations must be maintained.
You have been on record as saying that that's a high priority. You've said that a couple times this morning, but it seems like the relationship between you and the firefighters is strained still from the negotiations about the contract. Talk about that, because they get the perception looking at it, so they don't get along, but...
Well, let me put it this way. You know, firefighters and I have been good friends for 27 years.
They supported you.
Ever since I've been in the legislature. And I'm not going to generalize it. You may have certain individuals, you know, I respect the firefighters. I always have and always will. Do they need better training? Yes. Do they need better equipment? Yes. Are they deserving of a pay raise? Yes. But must we do those things within our financial constraints? There are people who are saying, Mayor, don't raise taxes. Matter of fact, lower taxes. They're saying we want you to operate within your budgetary constraints. Well, I have to operate within my budgetary constraints. Do I wish I could pay, for example, the firefighters what they are asking for or demanding? Yes.
When's this whole thing going to be done?
We will work through it. We'll work through it. You have to take it one day at a time. You know, we're purchasing more equipment. They need more equipment. They need more training. We're going to step up, and we're going to do that. And at the same time, they are deserving of a pay raise, and I will do everything that I can within the financial constraints of the city to give them the pay raise. But better yet, what I will propose is a plan to get them so that they are better paid over an extended period of time, to put forth a plan that everyone can see the steps that we can take to increase their pay over a period of time.
In the meantime, that raise doesn't happen until this deal gets done? Is that the way that works? I mean, any raises, any increase in pay and all that kind of stuff?
It's important for us to resolve the pension challenges. That has been costing the city $1 million a day, and it's crowding out everything else.
Okay.
And so Proposition A is critically important, as well as the other propositions from B through E. All of those things are important to maintain quality of life, making sure our general public is made safe, and so that we can continue to function such that when the next hurricane comes, and it will come, that we are in the best position to respond. And again, no new taxes by voting for the propositions.
All right, we got a minute left. I want to give you a chance to talk about, in these 2 years, what stands out for you as the biggest accomplishment for this city and for you?
When I came in, we faced the biggest financial challenge with a huge budgetary shortfall. In 2 consecutive years, we balanced the budget, unanimously approved by City Council, 1. Number 2, for 17 years, we were plagued by pension reform challenges. 17 years, a huge unfunded liability. We've now put forth a pension solution. We are on the brink of solving that, and it could be the model plan for cities across the country. And 3rd, I am so proud of how this city responded in Hurricane Harvey, the disastrous event in our history, more water falling on our region, in the country at any point in time, and Houston is still standing. Our spirits are strong, and we are moving forward. I'm most excited by that.
Well, and I'm most excited about the potential that you may come back on this program a little bit sooner than it took you to come back from the last time you were on this program.
Anytime you want me, I am there.
Can we roll on that once again? Get a taste. Man, it's always good to see you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good luck as you continue on with your plan of attack for the city.
I'm excited about the city in this future.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks.
Congressman Al Green is here this morning as well. He's still calling for the impeachment of President Trump. I'll ask him why and what progress is being made. That's next when Houston Newsmakers continues.